Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss Silappatikaram by Ilango Adigal. So let's start the video. Firstly, the introduction of Ilango Adigal. Ilango means the young one. Adigal is a term of respect for Jain ascetics. He was a Jain monk and a poet, sometimes identified as a Chera prince. He is traditionally credited as the author of Silappatikaram, one of the five great epics of Tamil literature. He is one of the greatest poets from Cheranadu, present-day Tamil Nadu. In the Patikam prologue to the epic poem, he identifies himself as a brother of a famous Chera king, Sengutuvam. This Chera king, as stated by Elizabeth Rosen, ruled over his kingdom in late 2nd or early 3rd century. However, this is doubtful because a Sangam poem in Patirupattu, the 5th 10 provides a biography of Saint Kutuvam, his family and rule, but never mentions that he had a brother who became a ascetic or wrote one of the most cherished epics. This has led scholars to conclude that the legendary author Ilango Adigal myth was likely inserted later into the epic. So let's talk about the Book of Vansing. The third book of Silappatikaram is the alliance between the divine power of Kannagi and the Chera king Saint Kutuvam forms the central focus. Shirin Kutuvam recognizes Kannangi's divine power and decides to honor her by building a temple for her in his kingdom. He performed special rituals, construct the temple for Patini, a chest of woman Kannangi, institutionalized for her cult and declared himself as a Chakravati. The Tale of Anklet. The Silappatikaran classic is regarded as one of the great works of Tamil literature. It contains 3 chapters and total of 5270 lines of poetry. The epic revolves around Kannagi, who, having lost her husband to miscarriage of justice at the court of the Pandya dynasty, wreaks her revenge on the kingdom. The story involves the 3 Tamil kingdoms of the classical era that were ruled by the Cholas, Pandya and the Chera dynasty. So next is the main characters of the story. Kannagi, wife of Kovalam. Kovalam, the youngest son of a wealthy merchant in Pomfukar. Madhavi, a beautiful quotation dancer. Chitravati, Madhavi's mother. Nendunjelian, Pandya king. Kopurundevi, Pandya queen. So these are the main characters of the story. So let me first give you a glimpse of the story. So here is a summary of the story. Kannagi and Kovalam's parents are famous merchant of Puhar, the capital of Cheza kingdom. The poem opens with the marriage of Kannagi and Kovalam and their happy settlement. Kannangi's journey as a quite shy, young, loyal and chaste wife, wronged at first by her husband's affair with a quotation, later by a king's judgment of duty that lead to the unjust killing of her husband, that pushes her to enter the public domain and to demand justice from the king of a foreign land. She then curses the king who did wrong to her. Later she reaches to the area of divinity when a temple is built in her honor in the same kingdom, where the king kneel down seeking her blessings. The story depicts the life of Kannagi, a chaste woman who led a peaceful life with Kovalam in the capital of Cholas. Kannagi was born in a wealthy sea merchant family. She was brought up with comfort and discipline. She was married to Kovalam, who was the youngest son of a similar rich sea trader. Kannangi's life later went astray by association of her husband with another woman, Madhavi. Kovalam left Kannagi and settled at Madhavi's house, but Madhavi's mother started taking money from Kannagi in the name of Kovalam, without the knowledge of both Kovalam and Madhavi. The loyal Kannagi lost all her wealth given to them by their parents. Later, Kovalam realized his mistake and rushed back to Kannagi in order to get reunited with her. The duo start resurrecting their life in Madurai, the capital of Pandya. Kanangi stays in the outskirts of Madurai. Kovalam goes to the city to sell one of Kanangi's two ruby anklets to start a business. At the same time, the royal goldsmith had stolen a pearl anklet belonging to the queen, for which he frames Kovalan the thief. The king did not trust Kovalan and beheaded him for stealing the queen's pearl anklet without any trial. Kanangi went on to prove the innocence of her husband by storming into the court and breaking her other anklet to split the rubies. So, the most important topic is Tamil literature. Let us know what Tamil literature is. Tamil literature has a literary tradition that is more than 2000 years old. It began to take shape around 600 BC, that marked the beginning of the Sangam age. The age derived its name from the three successive Buddhist Sangam or poetic assemblies that produce almost entire bulk of literary work of the time available to us now. Sangam literature is primarily secular, dealing with everyday themes in the South Indian content. The post-Sangam period saw many great Tamil epics being written, including Silappatikaram, Manimekkalai and Sivaka Sinthamanim. The epic of the Anklet, which has a woman protagonist called Kanangi, is presumed to be written by a Jain prince called Ilango Adigal. The narrative poem is divided into three books, Pukar Kandam, Madurai Kandam and Vansi Kandam, named after capital cities of the three Tamil kingdoms. The book of Vansi recognizes the power of chastity and starts worshipping Kanangi as the goddess Patini. Thus, her life is both a physical and symbolic journey. Through her actions, Kanangi transgresses attribute to woman and transformed into a revengeful woman. So there was a question in 2019 question paper that considers Silappatikaram as an example of Sangam literary tradition. So if it comes in your exam, you can write this as your answer.